Well, there it is, guys, the mugshot mug. America needs a reversion, and is this the start of it? Howdy. Good morning. How are you all today? Did you watch that thing last night? Did you watch Trump get booked in? Is this a watershed? Is this the beginning? I'll tell you how to get these in just a second. Is this the beginning of what we've all been waiting for? Okay. America needs a reversion. We've talked about that. I've talked about the fact that nothing really, the people never rise up until enough of them are mad enough at the same time. And then I've also said that every great movement needs its martyrs. Well, are enough people getting mad enough at the same time now? And it's hard to think of Trump as a martyr, but is that what the purpose that a great number of shall we call it, I don't know if we call it revolutions, civil wars, whatever we call them, major changes come about as the result of a leader of an opposition being arrested, being, whatever. And the reality of the situation finally comes crashing down on enough of the people that things start. Are we at that point? I should tell you before I don't. Yes, okay. You all know that I've been preparing a collection of American reversion mugs. I'm also doing some for integrative preparedness, but I really like the American reversion mugs. And you've seen a couple of them. I haven't shown them all. But I've been waiting for his mugshot. And this is what we've been waiting for. This is what, every movement also needs a symbol. We've been waiting for a symbol. And maybe this is it. So I was waiting, and I was clued in. I was watching the news, and I was just waiting for the official mugshot to come out. As soon as it did, I already had the design made for this, and I slammed it on, and I told my son, who's in charge of all the printing of all of our stuff, I said, there it is, print that sucker up, get it on the website, make it available for the people to get. And so he did, and it is now on the website stonemont.us. I don't talk a lot about that on this channel. I know that. I probably should. But we're also going to be putting out a line of American Reversion t-shirts too. But it's on stonemont.us. That's where you can buy all my books, the t-shirts, and things like that. And so this is now on there. And I want to show you something about this. You know how, one of the things that I've always hated about cups and mugs and things is that very often they'll print something on one side, right? And if it's something that you want to see or you want to show people, well, you're either showing it to other people, and you can't see it yourself and enjoy it while you drink, or you're seeing it yourself, but you're not showing it to other people, and so you're not sending your message to the world. Well, no, we don't do that. We don't do that, because this one, you get to see it while you drink, and you get to show it to everybody around you. Okay. So I told him, get this done, get these up. These are now available for sale on the stonemont.us website. Get them, get one, get a bunch, give them to give friends, whatever. We set the prices over there, I should say, also, to include shipping. These are fairly expensive to ship, believe it or not. But I set the price, all of our t-shirts, everything, the price includes packaging, handling, product, and shipping. Okay, so get them while they're new. I have a couple more ideas about other designs. Let me take one sip. I think, and I've already used this, but it just came to me. I said this, I just made a video over on the integrative preparedness. I said, I think the coffee tastes better out of this somehow. I don't know. Okay, so there's that. We've been waiting for something to happen. Whatever that something was difficult to know. Many of us made our guesses. Well, the more they indict him, the more they arrest him, the more they process him. I mean, his numbers get better, right? I mean, now is the time to choose. Like Reagan's great speech, this is the time of choosing. Every time they arrest him, his support goes up because people see through this stuff. They see through it. They understand. Even the people that don't like him. I mean, Alan Dershowitz, whom I love. I mean, I can't stand his political situations, but I've followed Dershowitz since I was taking constitutional law. And that was back in the early 70s. And I love the way the guy thought, you know. I mean, it's too bad he's a lib. But, you know, people like him, many people who normally on the other side are seeing that this is persecution. Now, some people just lap it up, you know, but we see that the sides are more clearly being drawn. And what does that mean? Well, hopefully it means that we are getting closer to the beginning of a reversion. Now, what form is that reversion going to take? We would prefer it, of course, to be political. Any sane person would prefer it to be political because nobody wants to go out there and deal with the kind of stuff that is going to happen in a collapsing country embroiled in a civil war. And why do I say that about a civil war? You know, I said several days ago that it was interesting to me that in Tucker Carlson's interview of Trump, at the end, very end, Carlson asked Trump, do you think there could be a civil war? Trump, of course, danced around that for a minute, didn't really answer it, and Tucker came back and pressed him. He says, do you think it would come to physical conflict? Trump finally said, he said, on January 6th, I saw a couple of things. He said, I saw unbelievable love, the most love I've ever seen for our country at the Capitol on January 6th. And then I saw unbelievable hatred for what's happened to our country. And I don't remember if he said, and the people who have caused it or not, but, you know, that's included in there. And that is a very dangerous situation. Well, you know, I agree, and I think you agree with him on that. It is a very dangerous situation. The fuse has been lit a long time ago. How close is it getting to the powder keg? You know, this. So we would prefer that it be handled civilly. And by that I mean not militarily. You know, I don't mean being polite. You can't fight these things being polite. I mean, well, to an extent. We would prefer that. We would prefer it be handled politically. What if it's not? What if it can't be? And I think that they are pushing. The other side is blinded by their hatred. I think that's important to understand. They are blinded. None of them know anyone who feels any differently than they do. So they essentially have dehumanized at least half of the country who feels totally different than they do. They do not look at us as humans. They look at us as rodents, as racist, homophobic, sexist, whatever, everything horrible in the world that they have been called by their immoral gods to destroy. That's the way they see us. That's the way they see Trump. You know how he said they're not after him, they're after us, he's just in the way? Well, he's exactly right. He's the figurehead. But they really want to be rid of all of us. They never suspected, they never imagined that there would be anyone who would stand up and fight like he has. I wouldn't have either. If I hadn't read all of his books ever since they came out, the first one came out. I learned a lot about the man. This guy will not give up. This guy is a bulldog, and I think that we are going to see some amazing things come out of this. I think that this, as we're going to see some unbelievable stuff develop over the next year or 2 years. It's going to go beyond the next election. And what happens during that and as a result of that election, that will either solve a lot of problems or it will start the real ones. Now, which do I think might happen? I think that, well, I know, we all know that they're going to do their best to win this next election, right? However, it has to be done. I'll be honest with you. I think there's a good chance they can do it. I think there is a good chance they can do it. Now, that's not me being pessimistic. That's me being realistic. And it's me getting my head set, my head right, to anticipate that possibility so that I'm prepared to deal with it. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to fight the good fight on the way there. We should all do everything we can to win every step along the way. And make no mistake, the other side has to be destroyed. And by that I do not mean physical attacks or anything physical against the other side. I want to ask something here. I have noticed a couple of comments in the comment section that implied physical violence. None of that. None of that. I have noticed a couple of comments that were borderline racist or anti-Semitic. Please, none of that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's perfectly possible to get your point across without doing that, and all it does is jeopardize the channel. And that's the way I'm going to look at it. You know, it doesn't mean. And I had to say this on the other channel too. Very often when I see these, and it's not very often, but once is too much. When I see a comment that gets really close on that, I'll go back and I'll say, what other comments has this commenter left? And I'll see in many cases they left some great comments, and they're a valued commenter and subscriber. And so I'm disappointed. So I don't delete the person, but I will delete the comment because it endangers the channel. Okay, so please work with us on this. Don't do something that works against us. You know, having that channel pulled down doesn't help anybody. And, you know, if it happens more than once, I'm going to start to say, this person wants my channel pulled down, so we're going to have to part ways. So, you know, just, you know, a word to the wise on that, please. So is this where it starts? Is this where it starts? Look at that look, huh? I'll be honest, I kind of thought that he would have. Kelly asked me before it happened, she said, what would you do if it was you going in there? I said, I think I'd go in there and just give a big old smile. And I kind of expected him to do that. But you know what? This is perfect. This is perfect. This could be the start. This could be the start of the reversion. America needs a reversion. I think this could be the start. We will see. It's going to be something to watch, right? And I think he agrees, don't you? I think if he had thought of this slogan, America needs a reversion, he would have used it. And President Trump, if you want to use it, go ahead. I won't sue you. So there we have it, guys. now we're in the we're entering the end game. We will see. We will see. Okay. Let me know what you think about this. And do, get involved. Get out there. Do everything you can. Because we finally have, I think, enough people upset enough at the same time. We have a leader and we have a martyr. Those are the three things that any major change, I won't give it a title here, that any major change needs. Just look through history and you'll see. Okay, there you have it. The Mugshot Mug, now available through the website stonemont.us. Get you one. They are beautiful. And they are it's a 15-ounce mug. You're going to love it. Get one for yourself. Get one for your loved one. Get one for your friends. Buy a bunch of them and hand them out. It's the way that you can really get the word out, okay? Available on the website stonemont.us. America needs a reversion. We may have the start. You all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.